Hi, good morning Grade 8 students. Hope you have completed learning of SR lesson, isn't it? Now let's start with a new lesson. Tsunami. No need to be afraid. Isn't it? What is tsunami? This gen, maybe they don't know. They don't have the experience. But they might have viewed several clippings. Tsunami is a powerful wave struck with an earthquake. When it happened on 26 December 2004. This huge tsunami hit Thailand and some Indonesia and the islands of Sumatra Islands, and slowly it attacked Andaman Nicobar Islands, and a huge loss, and some parts of Kakinada also, Kakinada and Tamil Nadu, most probably Tamil Nadu. Okay, I am one of the witness of the event. Very scary moment. Everyone ran here and there with the earthquake. It's a terrible experience to every individual. Now the present lesson Tsunami was written by Tilly Smith, a small girl, a British girl, a school-going girl. Now she was 26 years, but by the time she observed, and she was alive in the sequence, and she started narrating all this like an autobiography. Okay, now open your English textbooks and please come to page number 25, the tsunami. So here he was asking us to read the map, to go ahead with the map, Andaman Nicobar Islands, to the left of your column. In this lesson, 3 short stories were given, compiled, different situations. Just now I said, I am one of the witness. Thousands, lakhs of people are the witness. Crores of people are the witness, and lakhs of people are no more. Thousands were missed somewhere. Isn't it? So in such case, here 3 scenarios, 3 stories were given as part 1, part 2 and part 3. So here see the page number 25. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused earthquakes under the sea on 26 November 2004. A tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Courage. What is the courage? To overcome it. How they escaped. And survival. How they withstand from that experience. Okay. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest they did. Yes, true it is. So you see the picture there? You can have a live picture now. Are you observing it? Okay. Come to the part 1. Today we can discuss part 1. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. What is the word here? Archipelago. The meaning was given to the right column in the middle of the textbook. What it is? A group of many islands and the surrounding sea. A group of many islands and the surrounding sea is called as archipelago. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kutchal. What is this Kutchal and all? Here is given in the page number 24. If you go through Kutchal, is an island. It's a part of Andaman groups, and Nankauri is also an island in the Nicobar group. And Kutchal and Nankauri are more than 100 miles apart. Means, basing on the map also you can easily identify. It is far off distance, but both of them are affected areas. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are to west of India. The Nicobar Islands are to the northern of Andaman Islands. It is all we can observe in the map. So now when we come to the page number 25, here Ignatius, who is he? A manager in a cooperative society, it seems, in Kutchal. His wife woke up at 6 a.m. Means that day what happened, they are saying. If I ask you in 7th class what is a memorable day, what you will say? Sir, my birthday is a memorable day, or my last working day in the school is a memorable day. We all brought different curries, different items. We all shared all these memories. She'll say, na, in such manner, this also. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. it seems. At what time? 6 a.m. Because she felt an earthquake. Some sensation as if the house is moving. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. They have taken their own protection, they are rushing by. This is the situation. When it is the situation? It happened 26th of December 2004. Okay, it's a realistic incident which happens. So, here what happened? His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. Immediately she's sensed as it is earthquake. So Ignatius carefully took his television set and kept it on the table because it may be in balance on it. And then the family rushed out of the house, it seems. When the tremors stopped, what's the meaning of tremors? Please look to the right side of it. Tremors, a slight shake, earthquake. Earth tremors, the earth shakes during an earthquake. So, when the slight tremor stopped, they saw the sea rising. What happens, it seems? They saw the sea rising. See the sound here? Do you observe that? In the chaos and confusion of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. Why is it chaos and confusion? Because earthquake, tremors on one side, and immediately what happened? Sea is rising. So with that chaos and confusion, mother's father and mother's brother, they rushed up in opposite direction, it seems. He never saw them again, where they were. His wife was also swept away. Swept by what? By water wave. Only the 3 other children who came with him were saved. Only the 3 children who came with them were saved. Mother's brothers and mother's father and the children, they didn't find. Okay. And now one more character is coming, Sanjeev, a policeman. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in Kachar Island of the Nicobar group of islands. where he was working in Kutcher Island in the Nicobar Islands. He was working as a policeman. He somehow managed to save himself. First of all, he has to save himself, not anyone. Later on, we can think about the neighbor. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter. From the waves. So anyone, natural calamities, when these are all natural calamities, it's very painful. One can't experience. Okay, so here in this situation, Sanjeev, one person, Ignatius, with his family, and now the next character, Sanjeev, what happened? He's working there in Kutcher Islands near Nicobar. And then he somehow managed himself. And here his wife and his baby daughter from the waves, it seems. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Next he heard the cries of whom? The cries of from the John, it seems, from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. Immediately, what happened? Thought of saving her or thought of rescuing her, Sanjeev jumped into the water to save her, wife of John, the cook there. But both of them were not there, they swept away, it seems. And 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. See, how horrible. 13 years old Meghna, Sanjeev the policeman, Ignatius and the family there. Okay. And 77 other people also with the same issue. Such a great disaster, tsunami, which occurs on 26th December 2004. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, it seems. Very horrible. Meghna, she spent 2 days there, floating in the sea, holding onto a wooden door. Holding onto a wooden door for help, for rescuing. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. Very, very pathetic situation. 11 times, not 1, 2, 3, 11 times it seems. What is it? She saw the rescue helicopters, means to help, or to saving helicopters who are appointed with the Navy or something, Army or military. So 11 times she saw them, but they didn't see her. Okay, they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave. And was found walking on the seashore in a daze. In a confusion, daze in the sense. She was walking. Almas Javed was 10 years old. Almas Javed. How much? What is the age? 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair. Port Blair, capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. And Almas Javed, 10 years old, who was studying there. Her mother, Rahila's home was in Nankauri Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. The family went there to celebrate Christmas. When the tremors, means where these vibrations occurs in the tsunami, in the earthquake, when the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Which family? Almas Javed. The family was sleeping, it seems. Almas' father saw the sea water recede. Recede meaning here, move back from where it was. It was moving back. Almas' father saw the sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with a great force. He assumed or presumed the seawater is going back, just a dry land. Then he understood the water at once or at a time it will come with a great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them into a safe place or safer place. He has done it. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. As they started moving, what happened? her grandfather was hit on the head, it seems, by something, and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. We don't know what had happened, with what the grandfather was hit. But to rescue him, father went, but both of them were swept away with the giant wave. Okay. Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of the coconut tree. They are just clinging, swinging there. Coconut tree calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. Yes, they have a life. By the time if any production is there, well and good. But what happened? Unexpectedly, the coconut tree, their roots were uprooted. They came out and they were already finished. Almas saw a log of wood floating. Almas means Almas' grandfather, father, mother, and aunt also. Mother and aunt. Everyone swept away, means washed away. Almas saw a long log of wood floating there. She climbed on it. Onto it. Then she fainted. After climbing onto that wood there, log, she fainted. So when she woke up, she was where she was. When she woke up, she was in the hospital in Kamortha, the place. Thank God. She lost her father, mother, grandfather, aunts. Grandfather was hit with something. To rescue him, father went. Both of them were swept away. And mother and aunts, they have some production on the coconut tree, but where the roots were uprooted, they were nowhere. And here she got a small log. She crept on it and she fainted. When she opened her eyes, where she was? In the hospital. From there she was brought to Port Blair, it seems. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Traumatized means greatly shocked and disturbed or distressed. See, different situations here. Ignatius and his family. Sanjeev the policeman. 13 years old Meghana. And Almas Javed. Different stories. And their lives were very pathetic. We have to thank God because we are safe. It is the issue of 2004, but now 2020, Corona. It is really a pathetic situation in which we are, but we should show our courage and encourage everyone to take or to be in safe hands. Okay, part 1 is completed and now it's homework time. So we have comprehension check questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? And say whether the following are true or false. He says so, but not writing only true, false like that. You give your reason also that you please add. Means Ignatius lost his wife, 2 children, his father-in-law and his brother-in-law in the tsunami. Correct or wrong? For what sake? Some slight reason. Means the situation. Means how they faced. Means his wife made him to wake up at 6 o'clock after sensing the tsunami. Like this. This all a bit narration also needed. Okay? That's all for today. Tomorrow we can go ahead with the part 2. Bye bye. Have a good day.